So
it's an ensemble piece, it really is.
Yes,
yeah,
that's true. I'm gonna start. Hello, Rick.
Okay, hi. Hello.
So this past year has been pretty great for you, Quantico and The Flash. So how's life?
Life is great. Life is. That sounded so fake. I went up like at the end. I'm like, that's great. I'm fine. I'm fine. You always know someone's lying if they like go really high. The register. Sorry, I'm going all Diane Keaton on you. It is actually really good at the moment. I just don't know what's next for me, and that as an actor is quite scary. But also very exciting because I do feel like I'm on a threshold as well of diving into even bigger stuff. But I'm about to do something. I think I'm going to do some plays next in New York, and then take off from there as well, and keep hopefully going back to Broadway. Now that I have my green card, I can do theatre in the US, which I couldn't do before. Yeah, so it's been awesome. I can't believe I've been on three, like, really, like, it's been so lucky. Like, I could have been on any random show, and I got on 3 hit shows in a row. And so I've been so lucky, really.
So what kind of character do you enjoy to play?
Well, you know, I think I always like to be challenged a little bit, you know, even though it doesn't feel as comfortable and it's a bit more scary. I think we live for that sort of adrenaline, all of us. And so I like playing different things, which is why it's kind of cool that I've been killed on a few shows because I've sort of been forced into other characters and been able to play a much wider range of things instead of the same person for a while. So yeah, I love playing Eddie. He's so good and lovely, and Dr. Wes was so terribly evil and messed up. And Elias is very smart, which I hadn't really done before. Okay, Dr. Wes was smart, but he was a psychopath.
Yes. You have been absent, so this season 2 of Flash. Do you think you'll be back? Can we expect Eddie's return for next season?
I have absolutely no idea. I do not know the answer to that question. I wish I did. But they sort of end up calling you just before and saying, are you free? And you're like, yes, I am. Like, let's do this. And so I don't know. I might be back. I hope I am back.
Hypothetically, how would you like to be back? You know, in which way?
I think they, you know, hopefully they have plans to bring me back in Earth 2, and also as a very evil villain. Oh. Yeah.
The opposite of the real Eddie.
Absolutely. I think what has been established already is, you know, has so much more. There's so much more that we can do with it, and there's so much more places to go with it. So hopefully I'm going to come back as someone very evil, and also a different version of me on Earth 2.
What trait of character do you share with Eddie?
I think I'm really nice. I'm sort of sickly nice sometimes. But I think Eddie is very accommodating, which I am as well. He always wants to try and do the right thing, which I also do. He's also got I also sort of feel like I have the same heart as Eddie. I think he's a very kind person. I'm just not as sane as him. I'm not as good of a person. I cannot rise above like all the jealousy and everything else like he can. I would go crazy in that situation. Oh my God, yeah.
Between Iris and Barry,
totally,
by
example.
Oh.
But he is so secure in himself, much more than I am. And he's like, Barry, like really? He's like, no, I don't think so.
Friend zoned.
Yeah, but he's nice about it.
Yes.
He's like, oh, Barry's trying. That's really sweet. And Barry's like, oh, fuck you.
So you guest starred in one of the latest episodes of Castle. Was it the first time you met Nathan Fillion?
It was. Yeah, it was. And funnily enough, we did a fundraiser for our short film.
That was I was talking about.
Your segue?
Yeah.
Awesome. And I didn't know this when I booked Castle. My producer of the letter carrier, Melissa, was like, "Oh, you know, Nathan like helped with," and of course I'm so blonde. I didn't put the things together. Yeah. I was like, he helped with our campaign. I was like, that's amazing. Like, wow. So I went up to him. I was like, thanks, dude. I was like, you know, you helped with our like campaign. like, and I was thinking like, why did, out of the goodness of his heart, and then I was like, and then we started talking, and then I finally was like, we sang the Ballad of Serenity on the thing, and then I was like, Firefly, this show like that Joss Whedon did, and I was like, oh, you were the guy in Firefly.
Oh my God.
So that's how I figured it out. Wow. But just the loveliest man. So cool, gave me a gift. They were so grateful that I was on the show. They were so grateful to have that show and to have been on it for 8 years. And I mean, I just got to know them very briefly over that time, and now it's over. I don't know how they feel about that, but they really did such a good job on the show, and they appreciated it so much. And it was a really cool experience. It was so fun to play someone out who was also completely different.
How do you approach when you guest star as a character and when you're a regular character?
It's totally different, because as a guest star you kind of have to like shine really quickly, and really you know, whereas as a regular it's like a slow burn, you know, so you're more just existing in that world, and you're creating these very deep relationships with everyone. Whereas as a guest star I feel like you're more like the show of that episode, or so it's your job to make the stakes quite high and to do kind of crazy things. So that's how I sort of see it. Like it's a big hard push, as opposed to like it's like a 100-meter sprint, and you know, being a regular is like a marathon. Yeah. About
Quantico, as you said, Elias is really smart. Mm-hmm. Because he's really self-assured, and he's not hiding himself. So how did you play this character? I thought that was really a cool thing about him. You know, he was so self-confident. He didn't have any issues about his sexuality, and it was really cool. You know, it was great because Simon did have issues, right? And so Elias was so open, and he was like, what the fuck's going on? Like, what's wrong with you? Like, you know, and that made it all the more interesting, because everyone's like, okay, Elias is gonna find this shit out, you know, about Simon, because he is so comfortable with himself. And I found a similarity to Eddie and Elias as well, because Eddie's also very comfortable with himself and and so, yeah, it was really fun. What would you remember from this experience in Quantico? I remember all the people, the other actors. We had such fun together, and I'll remember Montreal, where we shot, and I'll remember this very special story and very special character that I got to kind of live. I got to like live inside me. Yeah, it was really very special. We're actually meeting Priyanka Chopra next week. Would you have a question for her? Is there anything you can't do? You know, she is just a force to be reckoned with. She's like everyone says she's like a 1,000-watt light bulb. You know, she just turns it on, and she's an incredible person. Yeah, I really have a lot of respect for her. I really love her. Yeah. Thank you very much. We're going to wrap it up. Thank you very much.
I mean, I hope she stays a strong woman. I hope we see her more at Picture News. I hope she's continuing to help Team Flash.